Hi guys, it's Crystal with Design Bundles. Today's project, I'm going to show you guys how you can sublimate on a poly cotton blend t-shirt. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go over the items you may need for today's project. You're going to need a heat press of some sort. Today I'm using the Cricut Easy Press. I'm using the Cricut Easy Press pad and some parchment sheets. I've already pre-printed out my design. You can find this design linked below. This is from Design Bundles. It's super cute. And I'm using a poly blend t-shirt. So this is the adorable design that we are going to be using. And I printed this out on the 11 by 17 sheet of paper. And I just love it. Now we've done a design like this similar. It's actually like the reverse of it. So you guys can see here, we've done a video on this. I'll have it linked down below as well. It's super, super cute and it's a ton of fun. And I believe this has been quite popular this year and it'll be a great project for this Easter. So I've got the Cricut Easy Press. I'm using the 10 by 12 today. And like I said, I'm using their pressing pad. Now, as for my poly blend t-shirt, I like using the Gildan Soft style. Make sure you guys are choosing the heathered ones. So this is a 65% poly. Now I'm using these baking sheets, and then like I said, I've got my Cricut Easy Press pad, and what I'd like to do is use 1 to 2 sheets. I've actually, after this, I've really learned playing around with these ones. You really just need 1 sheet, but to be safe, I did 2. This is just going to protect our pad, and then you want to get your t-shirt down to get it nice and straight. And then we're going to take our lint roller. You definitely don't want to skip this step when it comes to sublimation, and we want to remove any sort of lint, any sort of debris. Definitely don't skip this. And then we're just going to simply line up our design here and apply some heat resistant tape. So one thing that you want to pay attention to is just making sure that you're kind of keeping it centered and around 4 inches down, 4 finger lengths, 4 fingers down from the neckline. I've got my heat resistant tape on, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply 1 to 2 pieces of parchment paper. Once again, I've discovered you just need 1 if you're using the baking sheets. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. Now, I'm using a bigger design. Like I said, I used that 11 by 17. So I actually am going to press this very carefully twice. Now, if I had that 15 by 15, if I used my heat press, I definitely could have done it in 1 swoop. So I'm just going to go over it twice. If you guys are going to be doing this with the Cricut Easy Press, make sure that you carefully move it so that way nothing shifts. That heat resistant tape is truly going to help you with this. So we're just going to press it for 60 seconds, and then we'll be able to see our design. Now, one thing that you can do with these is you can then add bleach and turn it into a bleach t-shirt as well, but you definitely don't have to. So now we're just going to simply peel off the paper, and there you have it. You can definitely sublimate on cotton poly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.